So, having come through Hawkesbury Junction yesterday and turned onto the Coventry Canal, I found a mooring spot not too far along the canal and had a quiet night. So I'm up early this morning, just going to see how far I get. It looks like it's going to be a bit of an overcast day, but looking forward to the Coventry. I've never been up here before, so it's all new for me as well. As you can see, it's a pretty overcast day today. We had horrendous rain overnight, and it did say, although it stopped around 7ish this morning, they did say that it was going to start raining again around 10 o'clock. Well, it's almost 11 now and I haven't seen any more rain, so I'm just keeping my fingers crossed. Beautiful houses on the side of the canal here. Beautiful gardens, their own mooring spot. Love these willow trees that hang over the canal. Pretty big one, this one. This is the first boat I've seen today coming towards me. And as you can see, it does get a little bit tight in places. Especially when you're going through a narrow section. Either one or the other of you has got to be in the bushes almost, but this was quite close. So I'm just coming up to bridge number 13. Nice blue sky that's appeared now. Still some cloud obviously, but so I'm just come up to bridge number 16 on the Coventry Canal. Big new warehouses for Reyes Logistics just being built. As you can see, it gets a little bit narrow and overgrown, but super green. What I find quite strange is when I first turned onto the Coventry Canal from Hawkesbury Junction, there were lots of boats moored on both sides of the canal, but as I've progressed along, I've seen very few boats actually underway, which I find quite strange actually. Wind is definitely picking up though. There's a warning for tomorrow and the next day. I think wind's up to like 45, maybe 50 mile an hour, so it's not going to be very good to be out cruising. We'll just have to see what the weather's like when I get up tomorrow. Well, the sunshine didn't last that long. It's absolutely tipping it down there. It's a little bit brighter from the direction where the wind's coming from, so maybe it'll be short-lived. So I'm just coming into Nuneaton, now passing Starline boats. This is typical English weather. It's raining, and yet the sun's coming up. So I've just come past the Welcome to Nuneaton site and past Starline boats. It's really busy. Sort of double moored both sides of the canal. So yeah, boats moored double, alongside one another on both sides. So typical when you get to that situation where it's a bit tight, another boat comes the other way. So we were trying to get 6 boats wide across the canal, just about squeezed past one another. So. Although the rain stopped, you can see some blue sky behind me. It's starting to turn really chilly. It feels cooler now than it's felt for a long time. I don't know what the temperature is, but yeah. Shortly going to be coming up to bridge 28A, and looking at the map, there's some moorings in between 28A and 29, so I think that's where I'm going to moor up for tonight. So it shouldn't be very far, maybe, I don't know, a quarter of a mile, probably less. It's getting on for 4:30 now, so yeah, good time to stop. Nice hot drink. It does feel cooler this afternoon. So I'm waking up this morning to a really blustery, windy day. It rained overnight, and they say rain this morning, but to be honest, the rain hasn't seemed to. It's been a bit of fine drizzle, but it is really blowy. I don't know what it's going to be like going up the cut, but we'll soon find out. Sun's trying to break through, so hopefully it won't be too bad. Trees are swaying in the wind, and this is the quiet part. When they really, a gust comes through, they really do start to shake. I don't know, since they came up on the Coventry Canal, the colour of the water has changed dramatically. This is really like a coffee brown, chocolate brown. See the contrast between the colour of the water and the greenery. So I'm just passing Hartsill Wharf, which looks like a sort of workstation for the CRT. Lovely old buildings though. And I'm not far from Atherstone itself. Lovely old clock tower, look. Well, it's been a difficult morning so far. I'm literally going down the cut almost sideways. The wind is so strong. One or two places that's really trying to blow the boat right over to the side. It's just crazy, but it's supposed to be like this for 2 days, so I can't really sit around for that length. But hey yo, that's life, that's boat life. Nonetheless, it is pretty. It's so much nicer if the sun was to shine for me. Can't have everything, can you? One thing I've definitely noticed, the good weather really ended at the weekend, so the end of the main holiday season, but I've seen very few boats out on the water today, in fact, and yesterday, so maybe that's a sign that the season's over and we're heading into towards the autumn. So this now derelict factory used to be a hat making factory, and indeed it became, or got a big reputation back in the day for producing felt hats for the slaves. All plantation owners with slaves had to provide them with a felt hat, and they were made here in this and other factories in Atherstone. In fact, Atherstone remained as a major hat maker right the way through to the 50s, and used to make military hats in the last war. So I'm actually on the Atherstone top lock, and there's some canal volunteers which are brilliant, absolutely amazing. This is Top Lock Cottage. So I'm now on lock number 2, and again I've got some help which is much appreciated. They're doing all the hard work for me. I think this is lock number 4. So I think there's 2 on 3 to go. I'm not sure. I think it's 3 actually. Yeah, it's been brilliant help from the Canal and River Trust volunteers. Can't speak highly enough of these people, both men and women, because some of these locks are pretty stiff to operate, and yet they do it all day. So yeah, really well appreciated. And lots of thanks if anyone's watching that's a volunteer. Thank you. So this is another of the Atherstone locks. This is the one just before Bridge 44. As I said before, there's 11 locks in the whole series. It's not a staircase lock, but a little pounds in between, but they are quite close together. That must have been the old lockkeeper's cottage in years gone past, but probably a private home there. Looking up from lock 6. You see Bubbly Too moored up there on the left hand side, and the boat's just coming up to come through the lock, looks like. This is lock number 7 of the flight, and I'm looking down from here. See, there's a few boats moored up there, but I can't see the next lock. See, there's a bridge that you go under, but I can't see the next lock down, so it's obviously quite some way. So I've just left my mooring between locks 5 and 6 at Atherstone. Come through lock 6 and 7. Got help on both, which was great. Now making my way down to lock number 8, so I've got 4 to go. Been quite busy this morning actually, but then it's a glorious day after yesterday's horrendous rain all day and strong winds. In fact, there was quite a few branches that had been obviously blown off the trees and floating in the canal this morning. But now it's almost, as you can see, look, completely clear blue sky. So yeah, amazing difference from yesterday.